What's holy about this?
Holy
place?
was a very specific word I used for that, because what we find are depictions of the first, what I believe is the first chalice and the first cross ever. But not a cross that's just something scratched into a wall. Beautifully laser cut almost crosses in this andesite at Ionis that is identical to the same cross we see in the Knights Templar called the Red Cross, that we also find in the Vatican and the Pope. With the non-Christian cross is the same thing we seem to find the origins back to this point, which really brings up a lot of questions on whether or not they knew about this site somehow far back in time, at least knew about this cross. But the more that I've studied ancient Mesopotamian history and history around the world of this, and using individuals, religious scholars like Paul Wallace, who's a big part of this expedition and this documentary, we're really tracing that question of whether or not the Genesis origins of the real cross, the origins of it that we see around the world, came from Ionis. And that is a huge implications on history and even religion itself, and teaching us about, well, what is the origins of religion and divinity and spirituality and consciousness and humanity? And are we finding this legacy that had passed around the world that became the core of nearly every ancient culture around the world, especially the truly ancient ones, the ones that are older than were traditionally shown? And that was one site. And of course, that's the kind of the centerpiece of it.